Yo, guys, it's your boy Easy here again. So remember in the last video I dropped on YouTube, I talked about the 20 trades challenge that was inspired by the legendary Mark Douglas. So guess what? I've decided to take this challenge, like I said in my previous video. And for this challenge, I'll be using a prop firm account, and I purchased this prop firm account on Funding Pips. If you would like to buy a Funding Pips account or you want to sign up for Funding Pips, there's a link in the description that you can use to do that. So I'm on the Funding Pips website now. I'm about to purchase the account. So I'm using the two-step challenge, the 8% profit target, MT5, I prefer MT5, 5,000. So continue. I'll be using the crypto option to make payments, pay with USDT. So I'm on my phone now about to make the payment. I'll be paying $36.29. The payment has been made. I'll just wait for Funding Pips to confirm it. So waiting for payment confirmation. So I'll just wait for it to be confirmed. So this is the account. As you can see, $5,000 balance. And yeah, so the moment I see a setup, I'm going to take a trade. For this challenge, I'll be risking 1% per trade, meaning that if we have to go by Funding Pips drawdown threshold, which is a 10% threshold, I have just 10 trades. So now, here's what I'm going to do. Peradventure, I have 10 losses on the 5k account. Obviously, you know that will be 10%. That will be a 10% loss, and the account will definitely be breached. So if that happens, I'll get a second 5k account to continue the challenge. So what I'm trying to say is I have 10 attempts on the first 5k and also 10 attempts on the second 5k, meaning we have 20 trades. So if I don't breach that the first account, maybe I pass the challenge after maybe 5 trades, I would execute the remaining 15 trades maybe on phase 2, and maybe if I get to the funding phase as well. So but all these are hypothetical. Let's see how it goes, but that's the plan for this challenge. I'll be documenting the process. I'll be documenting my trades on this YouTube channel, and I've also created a Notion journal where I'll be journaling the trades. I'll be journaling my emotions and everything. For this challenge, I've decided to keep everything very simple. So in as much as I'll be journaling the challenge on my YouTube channel, I'll also be journaling it on Notion. So I've created a template that I will use to do that on Notion. So as you can see, it's very simple. So you just have the trading rules. You have a fast button here where if I want to log in a new trade, instead of me looking for the date and all of that, I can just simply come here, click on new trade, then I'm going to log in whatever information about the trade I want to. So while editing now, I just noticed I didn't go over the information I'll be recording to journal the trades. So we have dates for the trade. We have pair. Pair is the pair I executed for this challenge. I'll be using only Great Britain pounds USD. So the direction of the trade, whether long or short, the percentage risked, then the reward. The reward, obviously, I'm using a fixed reward of 5R. So whatever I'm able to close, it's 5R. So yours might not be 5R if you're using the template. So you just record whatever percentage that is. Then the outcome is the outcome a win, is it a loss, is it a break-even trade? Then there's a checkbox that says, did I follow my plan? If you did follow your plan, you should tick that box. So, but for the purpose of this challenge, you should tick the box. Don't take trades that will not make you tick the box. You really need to tick the box because that's the whole point of the challenge. But I know it's easier said than done. So, the next one is the next one is emotional grid. So you'll be rating how you feel. You'll be rating your emotions while taking the trade on a scale of 1 to 10. Then there is another option that says explain your feelings. So you explain how you felt after taking the trade. Like it's just an avenue for you to express your feelings. Then you also have where you can put your chart link. For me, I'm using two time frames, the H1 and the M5. So there's also a place where I can input the link for my chart. So maybe after the week, I can go over my trade and
all of that. So that's it.
So now, as you can see, I also have today's thoughts. So here I can also write my thoughts. There's also a visual summary. So this visual summary, what it does is it gives me like an overview of my P and L ratio, and also it breaks down the number of wins, the number of losses, and break even I have. So there's also a calendar view, as you can see. So here I'll be logging my activity on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, on days where I take trades, because there'll be some days where I won't find the setup and I won't trade, so I won't be logging on. I won't be logging in anything on those days. So there's also a table view, but that's just by the way. So now let me just quickly show you a quick run through of the trading rules. So for the trading rules, you can see it's very simple. I decided to keep everything very simple. There's no need to complicate anything. So the time frames will be the H1 time frame and the 5 minutes time frame. Then I use just one indicator, which is the moving average. I use the 39 and 21 is the moving average cost. I'll only be trading the Britain pounds against the US dollar. And of course, I'll be trading all sessions because setups don't occur frequently, to be honest. But there are some weeks that you might get set up back to back to back. But from what I've tested, I've observed that timing doesn't really, I won't say it doesn't really matter, but over time, like it doesn't matter what session you take to trade. It doesn't matter what session I take to trade. So just execute. So the strategy is this: on the 1 hour time frame, I'll identify a strong low or a strong high. And I'll wait for price to trade into that strong low or the strong high I have identified. And I'll switch to the M5, which is a 5 minutes time frame, and wait for a break of structure. And after waiting for the break of structure, I'll confirm the break of structure with a moving average crossover. So once I confirm that, I'll just set the limit order on the last order block that was created before the break of structure. When I say last order block, I mean like the extreme order block. And I'll also set a 2 breathing room for my stop loss. Obviously, my stop loss will be below the other block. But in order to give the trade breathing room, I'll use a 2 pips breathing room for it. But the risk management is also simple as well. I'll be risking 1% per trade and I'll be targeting 5%. So that's a 1 to 5 risk reward profile. Then for the trade management, very simple as well. So it's just going to be set and forget. I'm taking any partial. So once I'm in a trade, it's either I take a loss of 1% or I take a profit of 5%. And the reason why I did this is just to keep my emotions in check. I don't want to use too much discretion. You know, if you say you want to take partials at a particular eye, for example, you know, might be all over the place. For me anyway, I'm not saying taking partials is bad or anything, but for this system, I prefer not to take partials. So it's just going to be set and forget. So I'll take the chart now and um I'll show you what the strategy looks like on the chart. So if you want to have access to this Notion journal as well, it's free. It's free. It's completely free, guys. I would attach the link to the template in the description below so you can download it and also use it if you want to do this challenge as well. So I know I talked about the strong high and the strong low when I was explaining the strategy. So what is the strong high and what is the strong low? It's very simple. The strong low is when you have the market do something like this, create a lower low, then higher high. And on the other hand, a strong low is when you have price do something like a strong high rather is when you have price do something like this. When you have price create a higher high, then this like a break of structure. So for me, this is a strong low, while this is a strong high. So the idea is that after it's just based on the basic liquidity concepts because obviously after this high got broken because remember we are coming from the upside, we are coming lower low, lower high, but all of a sudden we had this break of structure to the upside. So obviously we have probably another block here which is expected to be respected, but then I want to trade below this kind of low and also I want to trade above this kind of high. So just based on basic liquidity concept, I don't want to go in depth on the strategy. It's a very simple strategy. So just understand that this is what I mean when I say strong low, and this is also what I mean when I say strong high. So now, so now let me just go. There's an example I've marked on the chart just to explain the strategy. So now, as you can see, we had price. Let me take off this indicator. So we had price, doing this. We had price coming up, doing this lower low, lower high, lower low, and all of a sudden we had this break of structure. So remember from the example I said this other block is where we are expecting price to get respected, but I want to buy below this other block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for price to take out the low, which has been identified as a strong low. Yeah. So after that, after price takes out the strong low, I go to the 5 minutes time frame. So hold on, let me pull it up. My internet is quite slow. So I go to the 5 minutes time frame. So on the 5 minutes time frame, so remember from the strategy explanation, I said after price takes out the strong low, what do I want to see? I want to see a break of structure, a 5 minutes break of structure to the upside. A 5 minute, let me take this off. Let me take this off. So I want to see 5 minutes. Why is this so good? So I want to see 5 minutes break of structure to the upside. And as you can see, let me zoom out. So as you can see, price did this lower low. We had this lower high. We had this lower low. We had this lower high. We had this lower low. And all of a sudden, we broke structure here. So this is the point where we broke structure. So now, after the break of structure, I mark the last, like the extreme order block before the break of structure. But that doesn't mean I just enter the trade directly. I remember I still have one more confirmation. I have to confirm my entry with the moving average. So this is my moving average. Like I said, I use the 921 moving average crossover. So I turn on my moving average crossover indicator. So yeah. So as you can see, after, so as you can see, we already broke structure, and I've already confirmed it because we had a moving crossover. We had a moving average crossover right here. Let me see if I can use an arrow to annotate that. So there's a moving average crossover right here. So that confirms my entry. So I just enter, I put my entry somewhere around there. Then I set my stop loss. Remember, my stop loss goes below this other block, but I want to give it like a 2 pips breathing space. So if I add 2 pips to this, it's going to be 8.7 pips. So I put my stop loss 8.7 pips, and I target 1.5. 1.5 would be 1.5 would be here. Yeah. So no partials. I just hold my trade to take profit. So this is an idea of what I'm trading for this challenge. So let's see how it goes. I'm hoping to take 20 of this kind of trades. Remember, the goal of this challenge is not to make money, obviously. The goal of the challenge is to see how disciplined you can be, or the goal of the challenge is to take 20 trades, 20 similar trades with strict rules, no deviation, no hesitation, no overthinking, just taking 20 trades and see if you can actually do that 20 trades without deviating from your plan, and see if you can actually take 20 trades without deviating from your plan. Just rewire your brain finally. So that'll be all for now. Yeah. So it's also important that you join my Telegram channel, because on the Telegram channel I would be dropping real-time updates on how the challenge is going. So it's essential that you join in, and if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, you know what to do. Just smash the subscribe button, like this video, drop your comments. I'm reading your comment, guys. Please drop your comments, and also share this video with your friends. I've shared my trading plan so that you can see it for yourself as well, so you will know if I'm deviating from the plan or not. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Let's see how it goes. I'm personally excited about this, and yeah, let's see how it goes. I guess I'll see you in the next video, and obviously I'll be starting the challenge when I find a valid setup. So once I find a valid setup, that'll be trade one. Then I'll see you in the next video, guys. Yeah, bye for now.